Hey friends, happy Friday, June 13th. I hope you're all doing amazing. It's evening time and I usually don't film in the evening, but oh my gosh, look at my nails, you guys. Please excuse this hideous mess. They're getting polished tomorrow, but yeah, it's Friday evening. It is, let's see, what time is it? 6:15. We've already had dinner. We are rounding out the evening, and I didn't get a chance to film earlier today, and I wanted to get it done because I have a day of purging planned for tomorrow. More purging in my bedroom, dressers and closet, some more closet stuff. So I wanted to get my filming done tonight. I wanted to get my planner set up for next week. So if that sounds like something you'd like to hang around for, wonderful. And if you enjoy the content, please hit that thumbs up button. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Lisa. We do all things planning and stationery and stickers and all those fun things with a dash of gardening and a dash of faith. So if that interests you, I do hope you'll subscribe to the channel. It is absolutely free. Hit that bell notification so you don't miss a video. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to dive into my Hobonichi Weeks, and I have pulled this Hello Happiness Co. kit. I thought this was very June, all these beautiful little lemons. So I thought I would use this, Hello Happiness Co. on Etsy. I will link her store in the description, along with all the other stores that I use, even though I may not be using them today. I will link them all that I use in my Hobonichi Weeks. So yeah, if you've not ever purchased from Hello Happiness Co., I believe she's out of Ohio. Now, this is a one sheet purchase that you can make. But if you don't purchase the add-on, you don't have the second top washi. And I've mentioned this to you guys before, but I like to just kind of reiterate that because I don't want you to have a surprise and just order like one sheet. Make sure you get the add-on. It's not expensive. Yeah, plus you get the appointments, the bill dues, the little trackers, you know, these little to clean, to buy, to do, birthdays and anniversaries. So it's worth it. She makes really cute kits. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna dive in. Right now, I am still in my Moterm Veg Tan in the Indigo. This blue is absolutely stunning and I love it with this blue like diamond ollie clip. Yeah, it's just so pretty. And the Hobonichi that I have here, I will, I will include that in the link as well. But as we're this late in the game, if you are new to Hobonichi Weeks, they do have others that are April start instead of a January start. So you would get, obviously more for your money without having to do too much redating. So that's just, something to think about. Here's my extras for this week because I'm still in this week. Pictures this week will be of birthday because we're celebrating my sister's birthday tomorrow night. Today's her birthday. Happy birthday, sister. But we're celebrating tomorrow, so I will put birthday pictures down there. And I still don't have any pictures for last week because it was such a crazy week. I did not get any pictures of my garden. I didn't take any pictures, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do for this page for last week. I'm not sure. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it, but yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Hobonichi out of the cover. And go ahead and dive in, lay down these stickers so that we can put down whatever we have going on next week. And when I'm done, we'll move on to my personal rings, which is my everyday carry. Oh, you guys, I'm watching all the videos of all the companies coming out with their pre-sales for 2026, and I had thought for some reason, I obviously saw it wrong, read it wrong. I had thought that Wonderland 222 was coming out with a new size, and I was very hopeful that it would be a B6 Slim, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case, at least at this point. The new things they're doing is A5 and B6 horizontal for the weekly. Which I know will just make lots of people very happy. Yeah, so it looks like at this point Sterling Ink is still the only contender for B6 Slim. I could be wrong. If you guys know of another book-bound company that is doing a B6 Slim, let me know in the comments. That'd be great. Yeah, so I'm not sure. I've really enjoyed the Hobonichi Weeks. I really enjoyed this like small size, especially for an on the go, except for this really ended up turning into a more of a memory. Like it's really a, like I said in my last video, it's really a year of record also, but it's also a memory keeper. And I do archive my, anything in a book bound, anything in a traveler's notebook, all of my rings, inserts. So, you know, I don't know. I have lots of things archived, and I'm going to pull into my leftover stash and see, actually, I could probably use this. I could probably use those for my numbers, but let's see what else I have for color that might be left over in some of my Mandy Lynn Plans kits. What are we going to in the 16th through the 22nd? That's not going to work. That won't work. These are all my leftovers. And you know, one of these days, one of these evenings, when I'm sitting down in the evening relaxing, I am going to take these out and I'm going to add all of these leftover stickers to my sticker book, my, you know, like on the go sticker book for sure, because if I haven't used them up, I definitely want to keep them for the future, because next year, if I get a book bound, it may not be the Hobonichi Weeks, and I may not be using these kits, so I can definitely use them in any, especially a B6 Slim or an A6 planner. So I definitely want to keep all of these extras. That blue won't do it. And these are, I think, are my monthly leftovers, monthly kit leftovers. Pretty sure. Yeah, okay. So I don't have any leftovers that are really going to cut it. So what I'm going to do is just grab my date dots from Pookie Bear Cuties, and I will use those. And in here, let's see what I have here. No? Okay, I'll do these. I wish some of these other kits would include their the date dots, but you know, it is what it is. I love the date dots from Pookie Bear Cuties, and I think these are considered for the Hobonichi Week size, you know. I think it's listed under her Hobonichi Week section, and I love the size. Okay, let's get our bottom washi in here. I just forgot about that. I really have enjoyed all of these sticker kits this year, you guys. It just takes all of the brain work out of setting up your week, but it also takes the creativity out of it to a point. I mean, a lot of times I'm adding things, you know, obviously, but you know, I'm adding stickers and I'm adding some, you know, stickers and stuff. And I mean, it's all creative in its own right. But I just, I don't know if I want to do the exact same thing next year or not. I have not decided. I want to say, I'm in the wrong month. Yeah, next week, one appointment, Wednesday. Let me get my appointment sticker. Well, that is, at the moment, we have one appointment. The 18th. So, and that is at 8:30 for hubby. Okay. And I need my this week sticker. Up here. So I'm not sure. I want to get something else right there. Well, let's see. I have these really cute dental stickers, and I can't remember for the life of me where they're from. But we're gonna add a cutie little sticker there for hubby. Now, as things get done and things come up, I will be adding these, like maybe at the evening time or just sporadically where maybe I don't have anything going on, and I can simply add a little bit of decor to the page. I can't believe that's the only appointment next week, you guys. It's crazy. But it is. It is the only. Summer begins next Friday. Yeah. So awesome to that. Yeah, that's all. That's just the bones that I'm putting down. Now, I have to set up my next 2 weeks for my back pages and my Hobonichi. And I generally just use some skinny washi and a couple stickers. And so let me see here. Let me pick a pretty washi. What do I want to use? You know, I think I'm going to use this like rainbow. So pretty. So pretty. Okay, where is my washi card? What did I do with that? What did I just do with my washi card? Very strange. Okay, I'll just grab a different one. I'm probably looking right at it, you guys. I don't know. I don't know what I did. Maybe I dropped it. So, like I said, tomorrow I am doing purging of some more clothing and shoe articles. And once I have everything purged and put together, I am going to you know, anything that I think a family member might want, I will let them go through it first, and then I am going to have a yard sale, which quite honestly I said I would never do again. Here I am, but I just have so much. Yeah, I have so much that it's just inevitable that I have to do it. So I have some things that are not going in the yard sale that are, when I worked in corporate America and I worked in an office, which has been many years because I worked remote for so long. I had a lot of heels. I wore heels for everything, even like what do you call them? Wedges. Even wedges. I mean, whether they were heels or wedges, I wore high heels all the time. Even socially, I would wear jeans and heels, mostly wedges, like very, you know, summery sandals, but high heels. And my feet are pretty much destroyed from all of those years. But anyway, I have some that are absolutely stunning. Some of them are like new, and they will not go on the yard sale. I will sell them separately, but yeah, I have a lot that are going to go into the yard sale. A lot of things, a lot of handbags and all kinds of stuff. Shoes, clothes, handbags. Yep. So this will be all set up for the next 2 weeks. And let me just grab, oh, here's my card. Let me just grab my dates out of here. So we have June 16th to the 22nd. And then June 23rd through the 29th. And again, if you are new here, let me just show you in the back pages of the standard Hobonichi, I will just put down one blip from the day. So it's a week, gets one page, and I will date it. I will put a little, just a little sentence or paragraph here, like a highlight from the day or something. Because I do other journaling from my day, like in my dailies and stuff. So what I need to do on here is I need to highlight. I kind of sometimes fall out of the habit of highlighting the date, and I just kind of like that. And I'm actually behind a couple days. I need to update this because I'm a little bit behind for this week, a couple days. Yeah, a couple weeks now I have forgotten to highlight my dates. Not a huge big deal, but I just enjoy doing that. And then in the beginning of the month, I have my dashboard, which is from Mandy Lynn Plans. And she makes them for different planners and different sizes and stuff. And so I put on here like projects, birthdays. This says wish list. It could be events. Down here I put notes. So I'll put like one paragraph in here, just like a little overview from the month. And this is not like a personal journal or anything. It's just a little like highlight of the day or something I want to remember in this year of record. So yeah. So next week is all ready to go with that. And then, of course, my weekly is ready to go with this really pretty lemon theme from the Hello Happiness Co. Etsy shop. So whatever comes of this for the next week, you guys will see next weekend when I film again. But yeah, so I am done with this one. I'm going to pop it away, and I'm going to jump right into my personal rings. And you guys know, if there is something, you know, if you don't like playing with me, set up videos, things like that, you know, you can always fast forward to whatever part of the video, you know, if you want to fast forward to the end when I do another overview of what I, you know, what I set up, always feel free to do that. Yeah, no big deal. Or if you're working in your planner and you want to, you know, put me on in the background and work on your journal, your planner, if you're decorating pages and just enjoying a relaxing time for yourself. Yeah, I mean, I would love for you to have me playing in the background even. So let me put these back away. I might have to cut off that to make it fit, because that is a wider kit. Like this part will have to come off so I can fit it inside my Hobonichi. All right, put that away. Sometimes I pop them in my Hobonichi. Sometimes I keep them in this when I, you know, when I'm just saving all my leftovers, and then I pop this in the back of my on the Go sticker book. Just depends. But so this week I am still in my Louis Vuitton MM Epi Noir agenda. I think the main thing that I enjoy about this the most, it is more of a like a smaller footprint than some of my other planners that are bulky, back pockets and so forth. I think maybe this would compare to my Giglio medium, oh, what is it? Why do I always forget the name of that? Giglio medium Amica, where it doesn't have a back pocket. It's probably a slightly bit wider than a Giglio medium Campagna. I prefer that layout much better. That has a smaller footprint to me, as far as the bulk of it, than a Campagna. They're all beautiful, but it's just a smaller footprint. The only difference in the one I have is because it is a matte croc, it's a little bit thicker, a little bit cushier maybe than your Apoca leather or one of the new leathers that they have, the Toscana. So, but that would be my second one as far as like, and then my Filofax Maldens. So those, like my Moterms, those are a little bit more bulky. My Planner Room Shop is a little bit more bulky, even though it doesn't have a back pocket. What else? I can't think right now what else, but yeah, I'm just kind of enjoying that slimmer. It fits in this little crossbody bag that I'm wearing, believe it or not. So that's been a plus for me recently, honestly, is why, you know. So anyway, this is my June, still kind of, you know, wrapping up the month pretty soon. This is my weekly so far. I need to put in my meals from today. So I fasted and I did not have lunch. And then we had salmon, sweet potato, and salad. I'm trying to really get a little bit more strict on my one meal a day. You know, so we'll see how it goes. Anyway, this week so far, I am using these blank lined pages from Amazon for my dailies for the month of June. I do have dated dailies from Marcia Bermucci. I love all her inserts, but I wanted something that was just basically blank except for the lines to decorate on my own, and I wanted to use my quarterly Coffee Monsters Co. kit for the month of June in my dailies. So that's what I've been doing. That's what I'm going to continue to do for the next 2 weeks until we're done with June, and then at that point I will decide what I'm going to do then for my dailies. But I am enjoying this. I really am enjoying it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of these out so I can set up my dailies. And I already did, where are we at? Oh, Sunday. Okay, so I need to do, sometimes I'm starting with Monday, sometimes I'm starting with Tuesday or Sunday, depending how the pages fall, but This time I am starting with Monday. So this kit comprised of these 4 washies here. And then I've been adding some of my grid washi and my skinny washi with it. And I will continue to do that today. I am going to start with this vertical washi. Make sure that I stay in frame. Yeah, I've not done this before with any of my Coffee Monsters Co. quarterlies where I've used it every day for a month. So I just wanted to give it a shot this month and see what I thought. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, instead of putting this on both sides, I am going to use one of my grid washies for the opposite side. Oops, whoopsie. And I'm going to rip it because I don't want the full width of this washi tape. Okay, let's see here. I need to cut this as straight as I can here. So, you know, getting back to the, you know, I'm watching a lot of mid-year planner lineup videos popping up on YouTube. I love to see that. I love to see people, you know, changing things up, trying things out. You know, I think I just had to accept a long time ago that I'm never going to be a one planner person. I'm just never going to be that. So if you don't mind, you know, watching a channel that likes to try out different things, new inserts, book bound, Traveler's Notebook. I'm a huge fan of Traveler's Notebooks. You know, then I hope you enjoy the content because I do change it up unapologetically. I'm going to put that away. And let me get my stickers from this kit. And the rub-ons for the dates. Let's see here. What do I want to use? That's gonna be Monday. I still have these 2 large. This is a vinyl die cut sticker, and this is not vinyl. This is something else. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a different, like a matte vinyl. I'm not sure. I've not used these yet because they're so big. I'm not sure what I'm going to use them on. So I am going to pick. What am I going to pick? Let me do my dates first on this, and then I can go to a little bit of decor. And if you're new, this quarterly kit came with rub-on date pieces. So let me put that there. Somebody had asked me in my last video about my tweezers. And I had told you that they are an old set of tweezers from the scrapbook company, Mrs. Grossman's. If you could see that. I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but yeah, you could probably, I don't know where you could possibly find them. You could look on eBay to see if you could find some old Mrs. Grossman stuff, and maybe you could find that. But I love them. I know there's other tweezers out there that are going to be a little similar to these. I'm not sure, you know, where they might come from or and whatnot, but yeah, it looks like Stella, she sure did. She kind of got in here, so I really can't pull that hair because it's pulling up my little, isn't that crazy? It's pulling up my little rub-on. Anyway, Queen Stella, she gets into stuff, you know. All right, so I need some, I think, since the colors kind of will go, I'm going to use this set. This is I think this is a freebie set, and if I'm not mistaken, it was from Planner Kate, but maybe that doesn't go too well. Maybe not. I'll have to wait until I get a little bit more brighter color on that. Let me see. What do I want to use for my dailies? Let me see if I have some in here that I would want to use that would go well. I could use my, you know, my same ones from Pookie Bear Cuties, but I just thought, maybe I'll find a different one. Like these gold might go, okay. Here. And this is the Numbers and Days Foiled Agenda 52. The gold would go. Gold would go okay. Maybe I'll use those this time. What the heck? Why not? Change it up a little bit. This is one of the best sticker pads you can get from Hobby Lobby, honestly. Okay, let's pick out something fun. We're going to pick up this flower. This isn't a huge kit, so I don't overdo it. Basically, just so I don't run out before the month runs out. But this is a really pretty candle. We'll put that there. Monday and Tuesday. And sometimes I add a little sticker, you know, the day of when I'm, you know, maybe journaling at the end of the evening. Okay, so now we got to do Wednesday and Thursday. What shall I use? I'm going to use this. Hope this isn't too boring considering that I'm using the same kit. But I'm really kind of determined to use this kit for my dailies for June. I have been, here I go. I'm going back to the 2026 planner chat. Like I said, if you know anybody that has the B6 Slim bound book, let me know. I'm not totally sold on B6 Slim yet. I just want to know what my options are for that size. I do prefer B6 Slim over a Weeks size because I like the weight of the width to hold the pages down better. Does that make sense? yeah, and I had a full year sterling ink week size last year for my my morning devotion book, and I loved it. It was great, but I did notice when I got back to the middle, towards the end of the book, it was really tough to keep the book laying open because there wasn't a lot of weight on the sides to hold the covers and the pages down. So just something to think about if, you know, if you're kind of thinking about those two sizes. That is just something that, you know, is my observation. And I do love a B6 Slim size because it's very similar to a Franklin Covey Compact, which I also love. So yeah, just a thought. Just a thought. Okay, let's see. I need, what do I want here? I think that I want to put something up here that'll have the colors in it, but just be a skinny washi. This has been really enjoyable doing these dailies like this in my personal rings. Can I tell you guys how when I watch like A5 rings videos or half letter videos in rings, how tempted I am to upsize to one of those? I do have an A5 rings. I have a couple of them. And the inserts they're holding are more of my like faith-based Bible study stuff. Not being used right now because I am doing something else in that arena, but yeah, I don't, you know, the problem is it's lugging it around. If any of you use A5 or half letter and you take it on the go with you, what are you thinking about that? Has it become too cumbersome for you? Are you a, you know, die-hard A5 half letter rings girl that no matter what, it's coming with you? I'm just curious your thoughts. Or if you have a friend that is, and you know kind of like their thought process, and I'd be really curious to hear in the comments. Now, I do have purses that are plenty large enough to carry an A5 and my, you know, a wallet if I carry a separate wallet, you know, a little necessity zipper pouch that I carry everywhere with me. So I certainly have bags that are big enough. Now, if I'm going to the mall all day shopping, it's obviously not coming with me. I'm going to throw on a small, you know, crossbody and go. If I need, you know, if I really have to have my planner at the mall, well, I'm just going to have to text myself a note and handle it later when I get home, right? Because I'm not going to, I mean, unless it's just simply a very lightweight, you know, Hobonichi Weeks or, you know, sterling ink, you know, Weeks or B6 Slim or something, passport size, obviously that's different. There's so many benefits to the smaller planners for on the go. Like I've used many times a Pocket Plus rings. I can't do Pocket, it's just simply too small, the pages are too small, but Pocket Plus I have done fairly successfully in the past, but it's never held me for a long period of time. I've enjoyed it while I've used it. I've managed to make it work, but it's not managed to keep me for a long period of time. Not like Personal Rings or Franklin Covey Compact. You know, and I think that's just like my sweet spot, right? We're going to use this really cute little, it looks like a mild liner, and the little cute potato head face or whatever that is from Coffee Monsters Co. I've got this little hair on here I can't get off. Okay, so let's put it up there. I don't know. You know how it is? I mean, we're getting to middle June, and I mean, God knows I've already made changes this year, although not as many as I made last year by this time, quite frankly. Again, I'm going to go back to the Wonderland 222 for an all-in-one bound book. To me, is awesome if you want to use it the way it comes. Now, you can do the same similar things in a Hobonichi Weeks or a Weeks size, you know, like from maybe Planner Monkey Co. or, gosh, there's so many different shops now, the Angel Shop or something, all these different shops that have these Weeks size planners. Because you can get printables of weekly trackers or monthly trackers printed on sticker paper. Find a page like the Hobonichi Weeks in the back. You have all these pages you're not using, or the extra months pages. You can put lined pages in there to use for, you know, your Christmas shopping or birthday shopping for the year. Or there are ways for things to be done in a one bound book system. The only thing that I keep coming back to is things that I want all the time is my work inserts, my YouTube inserts, my health inserts. All of those things are either in Personal Rings or Franklin Covey Compact Rings. I don't want those necessarily in a bound book. So I'm just kind of, you know, I'm stuck without an option for an all-in-one because, you know, I am not going to rewrite all of my things like that in every book every single year to, you know, to try and use a bound book. I'm stuck. If you have a suggestion, and I'm all ears. I am all ears. All ears. I would love to hear your thoughts on that because, man, I just want to... I don't know. It doesn't matter what I try. I always come back to Rings, Personal or Franklin Covey Compact. Once I did try a short period of time in the last year or something, I did Pocket Plus, and I do have a couple beautiful Pocket ring bounds that I really love, and they really could be just commandeered for my wallet, to be honest with you. But I don't know. I don't know, you guys. I'm pondering. I'm just pondering out loud. Hoping for some fabulous input from you lovely people. I don't know. I just don't know. You know, when you want to have everything with you, no matter, see, the thing is a lot of times when I go places, I'm going to the grocery store, I'm doing a doctor's appointment for me or my mom, or, you know, once in a while, depending on what it is, I might, you know, buzz to the doctor with my husband if he has something he wants me to go for, and I'm the note taker, right? But, you know, so it's like I gotta have all that stuff with me. And I just think that I can use a book bound even for a journal. Maybe, but I don't know. I don't know. Now, my lovely friend, Miss Marley, on the Managing Marley's channel here on YouTube. If you're not following Managing Marley's, I highly recommend it. She's using a B6 Just Scribble planner this year, and she is normally a half letter girl. Yeah, and she's also massive into the fountain pens. So, oh, and gardening too. She does fun garden videos. But she is in the bound book from Just Scribble, which is a lovely planner. I've seen multiple videos on it. But, you know, she's like me when it comes to rings. You just kind of get used to that flexibility and customization of rings. And, you know, we're all trying to figure out the perfect way to incorporate both, whether it's rings and strings, rings and a bound book for something, a traveler's notebook for something. You know, you want to incorporate your wallet into that planner. There are so many different things. You know, it's like, well, but I got to give her credit because she is sticking to it. We're, you know, almost to the end of the middle of the year, and she is sticking with the bound book still, and I believe she will probably for the rest of the year. Who knows? Everybody has their own thing, whether she'll stick with it or go back to half letter. But so yeah, I know she gets what I'm saying too, but I don't know, friends. The problem is with us planner girls, and I say problem because it can be a conundrum sometimes. We love all the things. We love all the things. And we love to use all the things. But I'm also that one planner, you know, one planner system girl also a lot of times. Now, the Hobonichi Weeks, the way I'm using it, oh, it really has made it easy to use a 2-book system or 2-part system. So, you know, that will be completed all the way through the end of December. So, you know, I have a little bit of time to try to figure out what in the world I'm going to do. If I'm just going to say, you know what, don't even go down the bound book road again for 2026 because you don't stick with it. I don't know. Or do I go back to what I was doing before, my my Hobonichi Weeks or a B6 Slim, you know, from Sterling Ink that I use, or even an A6 from Perfective Paper. Those are nice too, but I like their hardback books that they had, I think, this year that I saw. And I wonder if they're going to a soft cover next year. I don't know. Bound books, I kind of like that, the hardcover, but, you know. So, I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. I can't wait to start seeing all the videos popping up for initial 2026 lineups. I know, like, that's gonna, it's fun to watch the videos, even though you know, like 95% it's gonna change for that person at some point. Because we can't help ourselves. You know, I mean, I'm a huge fan of Planner Perfect. And I love Traveler's Notebooks in general. I love Standard. I love B6 Slim. So there you have it. I'm like, ugh. That is probably the closest to flexibility you can get in a bound book, in my eyes. I'm going to put this cute little marker over here on the Saturday page. I also love, you know what else I actually love that I just forgot, that I completely forgot about in rings is standard. Now, I initially saw standard rings from Monique Smith, and I immediately was enthralled with the idea of standard rings because I love the standard TN size, but I was wanting the flexibility of rings, and I've done it a couple times. I have a couple, I have one Carpe Diem cover that I can put 25 millimeter rings in, and then I have my Giglio Giramondo Deluxe that I can put 20 millimeters in, and I really did like it. I don't know, you know, but again, planner girl, I, you know, hop around or whatever. So, oh, you guys, decisions. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is, wow, I really like dug into that piece, didn't I? For that rub on. So I think I'll do is I'll save the Sunday for next week's video, and I'll do 4 2-page spreads instead of 3. So just as a recap on my dailies, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and now I must do my week on 2 pages. Again, if you're new, this is from Peanuts Planner Co. If you join her Facebook group, you will be able to get that for free. So I need to, let's see, what am I gonna do? I think I'm gonna do some, maybe some of this still for my weekly, some of these cute, I don't know, what do I want to do? See, these are some more dailies that are so cute. I could maybe use those for, you know, another week, or another month, excuse me. All right, let me see what I'm gonna do. So I don't have it to buy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna hold off. I'm gonna save the rest of these for my dailies and my Coffee Monsters Co. I will put away these dailies. Whoops. This is what goes in here. And then I just keep these ones loose because I want to use them throughout the week. So I'm going to fit those. Can I put those? No, I'm not. I'm just going to have to pop them on top. And I will put them back in this cute little Coffee Monsters Co. sticker folder that I got in one of my quarterly subscription kits. So now we need to do my weekly. What am I going to do for my weekly? Let's see here. Put that away and these away. And I probably should put these away as well. Okay, that's away for now. So let's see what I'm gonna do here. I am gonna grab, what did I do last week? Oh yeah, I did the 2 mauves, a pink, and a beige. I really liked that, actually. What else do I have for? I don't have a lot of tombos, honestly. And some tombos that I have are like way too dark to use in my planner. These are like really super dark. I do not use them. I wonder what this looks like. Ooh, that is so pretty. That blue. That's gorgeous as well. I think it would maybe bleed through. That's really dark. This dark brown. And that green. That green's not too bad. But I've been using muted colors. I wonder if I could do this if it would. And by the way, this is number 526. This is number 847. This is number 569. This is 879. And this one is 228. Just FYI, in case you like any of these colors, you know, those are your numbers. If you want to take a screenshot of that. Okay. So you guys, I'm just going to chance it. I'm going to do this blue and see, I can hear the thunder rolling in. We're supposed to get a storm. Of course, what's new these days? Okay, there is that. I'm going to put this in my pen bag because I didn't realize that that was an acceptable color for my Tomoe River. Ooh, you know what? Look, guys, I have this color too, this purple. Ooh, that is number 606, and this one is N25. It's a black, like a, doesn't have a name. It's like a really dark gray. It's not actually black, but FYI. So, all right, so we need some stickers. Let's see here. And I think we're gonna have to use something that will stand out up here. And I'm gonna have to do the same, honestly, for, you know what? Where is my, I had some cool colors that I could have used in here. Let's see. That's a pretty one. That wouldn't be a nice contrast. Those are almost the same. So let's do that. I think I'm crazy. What did I say? Oh, the 16th, that's right, is where we started. I think this is one of the most functional weekend 2-page spreads that I've used. Now, because of the way it's set up, if I'm not mistaken, Perfective Paper has an insert that might be similar to this. Like the boxes might be on this side and then lists on this side. I can't remember exactly, but I feel like they had something comparable. And I wonder if actually their book bound is comparable to that too. It seems like it is, maybe not identical, but it seems like it's comparable with like some of the options that you have on the 2-page spread. I want to say, let's see, I needed to do and a to buy. Do I have a to buy that has a white background? Probably not. But what I could do is I could do my to do here. And then for to buy, I could put in one of my let's see here. No, not that. This is mainly my grocery list, so I could seriously put this little Coffee Monsters Co. do there, right? And then I need my meals sticker. You know what? I am running out of my dinner. So, what am I going to do? I am going to use these. And if I don't eat lunch most of those days, that's okay. That is okay. And then I need my appointment again for the 18th, 8:30. Now, on Sunday, I will be adding my weather at the bottom of each of these areas like I do here. I know you guys don't usually see that until after the fact, but I add that on Sundays. So, make sure I'm in frame. How much time? We're just over 1 hour. Gosh, if you're still here, you're awesome. We rarely eat out now because of this, just the change in our eating habits. Okay, so you guys, that is the bare bones for next week. And it doesn't look too bad. You can't see it too much through, you know, the paper. So, especially with another color there when it's covered up. So I like that. I like the way that turned out. That blue is really pretty. Now I need some beautiful color to go into one of those. Let me see what I have. I'm thinking of one of the sets in this, is it this one that I'm looking at? I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was. And I have one sticker left in this particular book. Of course, I have a few of these books. And a couple stashed actually, just here we go. That is pretty. And that is from the seasonal floral pad from Agenda 52 at Hobby Lobby. So that is super pretty. All right, so as the week goes by, all of this will get filled in as usual. And then, so for my dailies, finishing up the month with my Coffee Monsters Co. And then next week when I film, I'll start with Sunday and do the 2-page spread. I don't know what day stickers I will use, if I will continue on with these gold ones or if I'll pick something different. I know we have some green in that pad, so maybe I'll pick green, but we'll see. So yeah, not a whole lot of days left for June. But yeah, I'm glad to have this whole month in the Coffee Monsters Co. So you guys, I will, link all the shops below that I use. I will link, different things. I link my pen because a lot of people ask about my pen. But if you have any questions on anything that I use, if I can get you a link, I will. But always check the description box first because I do link a lot of stuff there. But if you have a question, a comment, the things I ask for feedback on as far as like your planners, your sizes, If you're an A5 girl, maybe you're a B6 rings girl, how is that working out for you? You know, carrying it with you everywhere you go, if it's an on the go, or your catch-all everything kind of planner. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts on that. I would love to hear. So you guys, thank you so much for being with me, spending your time with me. I greatly appreciate it, and I'm so happy to have you here. I hope you have a fabulous weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.